Hey y'all, this is my mom. Her name is Mary. Say hey, Miss Mary.
Mama Mary.
Mama Mary.
Mm.
And I'm Mary Jr.,
Marissa.
aka Marissa.
Marissa.
Spell Marysa. And yeah, we're just gonna talk about whatever. I just wanted to make a video with my mom and just reflect on what's going on. And I don't know what's gonna be said because I don't even know where to start. Do you have a pinpoint? What's your first thought?
Well, I don't want to forget to say something about my daughter Marissa, because she just started something on her YouTube channel, which is fairly new, but with yoga meditation, and it's going to be so powerful. I'm feeling and believing that in my spirit that she's going to be addicted to it, and a lot of other people are going to be addicted to it. I only seen a little clip.
I still got to show you the whole video.
So dynamic that I didn't want to forget to mention that.
Thank you, Mom. And I actually got some really good reviews, and I can't I wanted to screenshot them and post them, but they're so personal that you can't just put people business out there. But they just know a lot of people are telling me like how it's changing their lives, to be honest.
So anyway,
it's a blessing. Okay.
It's so exciting. I feel like a major transition is going to occur because of this, and I'm feeling it atmospherically.
Ooh.
Yes.
Atmospherically, you better
say that. So anyway, here's
word.
another beginning. Everybody needs to get their vibrations higher and higher. That's what the purpose for all of us is now. One of our purposes is to maintain a high vibration, because of everything that's going on in this universe that we're living in the world, and especially in the United States. So whatever we can do to keep things positive, that's what we should do on a daily basis.
Let me drink some water on that.
And just know that you can grow daily.
You can grow daily.
You can seek knowledge. It's a time now for seeking knowledge and wisdom and understanding, and being active in your own way.
Yeah.
It could be in your own way, just not so much even protesting, but just even stepping aside to get yourself together.
Ooh.
Because I learned that the hard way, trying to help other people, so many people, and you're not helping yourself, and you're just taking yourself down. And while you still want, as far down as you can go, you're still trying to help other people. But we need to get ourselves together individually, individually, and then as we start that, it will come collectively. Unity is key. So
yeah, there really isn't no unity without doing that individual work. Because what you don't even know what you can offer your people.
Don't know what you're missing either. Don't know what you're missing.
Don't know what you're missing.
Because it's it makes, when you work on yourself, sometimes some of us, we say we're not happy, but we can become happy or get happier and happier. There are levels of happiness, levels of, of glory, levels of peace, levels of love. Levels of love, higher and higher. We can easily say we love each other, and we do love each other, but love does come with action. But we sometimes, because of our activities, the action doesn't come. So now we feel like we're doing some action. Okay, here's another one, because I just heard this from someone. I'm listening to other people and their responses to what this issue is with rioting and everything in the United States. And one good thing is, I forgot, I'll state another, is to even get your financial house in order, because it's not time to be playing, it's time to be real, and I speak even to the so-called church. It's time to be real. Okay, it came back to me is, because of our emotions now, we become activists. We're in the forefront. And the thing is, for a revolution to occur, a change to take place, it takes more than a weekend. It takes more than 2 or 3 weekends. Sometimes it takes a whole season to see the real change that we want to see.
Yeah.
You know, and I also want to say that, you know, we should start speaking these things as we see them, because one thing I started saying is we should say we have overcome, because there are some things we have overcome and we want to overcome more, so we speak it that we have overcome.
Yes.
We have overcome to be able to stand up and say something, and not all of us die from just saying things that are the truth.
Yeah.
So we have overcome. We do have a certain level of freedom of speech. And sometimes we have been punished for that. But the degree that we used to be punished for it is nothing. So compared to, you know, to now, as being punished for it.
And I can see why a lot of people, I don't want to say the word bitter, but that's the word that comes to mind with my mom saying that, because, you know, us being Black Americans, we think that we are, I mean, we should be also entitled to the rights that they've created for humans. But anytime we try to activate our rights, we get punished for it. And so I understand where that anger comes from. But with that information, I just feel like, oh, that's for them. If that's for them, then what's for us? And what's for us is what we organize. Okay.
No one can take care of yourself better than your own self.
Exactly.
And it's not up to anyone to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
So I appreciate us beginning to cause the revolution that we believe will take place for us to overcome even more. And there are some things that we can do collectively that no one else can do or will do for us.
Exactly.
So we should be about that. And it starts with each one, or groups of people can help just one people.
Yeah.
One person.
Yeah.
Or one child. Or one older person.
Yeah, just do what you can do. Do what you can do. And you'll surprise yourself on how much you can do. But yeah.
So the thing about it is to keep it positive.
Yeah,
stealing is not positive. You know,
that's not even okay. Go ahead.
Breaking up things, that's not positive. If you think about it, would you really want your child to do that in your house? Would you want your child
whose house is this?
I'm talking about if you have a house, or
as
if you have an apartment, or if you have a room, or if you have a car. Would you want your child to break your car? Or?
Not even that. I don't care. I mean, we already know, like,
even if your child didn't like you,
I understand y'all frustrations, and this is how humans are gonna react when they can't get what they been dying for and sacrificing for all their lives. They're gonna react in this way. So I have my own opinion on that, and we also know who's really causing the destruction that's making us look bad. So there's a lot of layers to that alone.
This is true. And so we strive, of course, not to judge, but we still try to call it ace and ace. The thing about it is, they say, I mean, and I've read it in the Bible, when they said in the Bible that Jesus, he turned over the tables, and that was for a reason, because he was, upset with what was going on, and so sometimes it's there is such a thing as love, and there is such a thing as hate.
Yeah.
and my daddy said, you don't hate anybody, but you hate their ways.
That's good.
That was my daddy.
That's good. That's good.
You know how the older people had so many sayings.
I do want to say, can I say, I also think this is a perfect, well, like my mom said from the very beginning, which is vibrating higher. That's so important, because everything is like is designed to bring us down, like especially in the United States, from the things that we eat. Like everything is designed to keep us at a low vibration. The news, everything is designed that way. So it's a spiritual warfare that's really happening. And I know, like, people are looking in your eye and think you crazy for saying that, but once they start putting in that individual work, they'll see, oh, this news, okay, this is happening, but it's not affecting me. I'm still gonna move forward. I'm still gonna make progress within my community. I'm still gonna help somebody. I'm gonna just shed my light the best that I can. So that is for one. And two, before I forget, I think this is the perfect time to trauma bond with Africa. And I know a lot of people have their own opinion about what trauma bonding is. Some people feel like trauma bonding can be toxic, but there's a positive side to trauma bonding. You have to be able to connect with somebody in order to even build a trust there. So we need to see the similarities of oppression that we share. And we need to, you know, as African Americans, we need to see what Africans are doing in their homes to unify and to be there for each other with their governments, and see how we can do the same thing for our communities. And Africans need to see what we're doing to progress as well. So we need to trauma bond and be inspired, create resources within each other, and just grow. And we all know where all the resources is coming from. It's coming from the motherland. So Africa, know your worth. And I know a lot of y'all know y'all worth. It's just really the leaders that are downplaying it. And so a strategy needs to be taken into place for that as well. But that's a whole nother conversation. But I just want to put everything under an umbrella because I just feel like it's a perfect time for us to really trauma bond and unify. It's always been the perfect time to unify. But it's definitely now or never type of thing, because I'm like, everything that my mom said just made me so optimistic about the future. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we all are tired of history repeating itself. And if we really are tired, that means we have the opportunity to make sure that history does not repeat itself. Because at this point, this is karma. This is like, if you don't learn your lesson, you have to learn again and again and again and again until this so-called rapture happens. And I'll be damned if black people don't unify before the rapture happens. And whatever the rapture means to you. Okay.
So much that could be said and everything, you know, we can't say it all in one sitting. Sometimes we are okay. All the times we end up being our own worst enemies. Individually, especially, you are your own worst enemy, because you feel like that things are not going to change, or you feel comfortable where you are, or you feel like obstacles continue to get in your way, even black on black crime or whatever. But we still should do as those like our ancestors say, do, because we have the opportunity to do so, and then we can see what the result will be if we don't do the right thing as far as we know what is right. Mm-hmm. Then what can you expect? So that's...
Yeah, and we have to be consistent with consulting with our spirit at all times, and that can be challenging. So, and that, with that being said, also have compassion for yourself and forgive yourself on the daily. And that's one thing about, my foundation in the church, like my background being in the church, that's being brought up in the church has taught me to always, it's not even forgiving yourself. It's like ask God for forgiveness. But in the way you forgive yourself in that process, because you've been wiped clean. You have to do the same thing if you don't believe in that. Whatever you believe in, you still need to forgive yourself on the daily, because you might operate low vibrational, because that happens to us. We're humans. We do that. But we need to consistently operate within our spirit and just get comfortable and get used to it. It just takes practice. It just takes practice. And that's a message for me. So I know it's a message for some. I'm sure everybody can relate to that.
Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself.
Yeah, and then if I have any like white friends that watch this, I do want to say, no offense, but even ignorance is a form of racism, because I feel like you should, like, once you see like what's going on, you should at least try to learn as much as you can about what's been happening if you've been blind the whole time. But it's hard for me to believe that you guys have been blind to it, but I can see how it's uncomfortable to talk about things that you don't understand. But just, you know, a lot of people are acting out in anger, and as much patience as we have for you, you have to have patience for us too. So y'all, all of my white friends, y'all think I'm cool. That's because I be chilling and I'm patient with y'all. That's literally the only reason. And so when you see something that's like, why would she say that about white people? It's because that was that person's experience. And you can't deny their experience. You can't say that white people didn't do that to them. And you see it in the news, so it's time to stop. It's time to stop ignoring it. And I'm not, and my message to y'all is not, this is not an outcry for help. I'm not one of those people that's like, we need y'all on the front lines too. We do. But I'm just saying, like, if you really care, just do what you can, you know, and or at least separate yourself for those kind of people that's bringing so much, causing so much pain and unnecessary, what's the word? I don't know.
Havoc.
Heartache and everything. Just like no respect. And yeah, that's just how I feel about it.
Well, it's just amazing. It's because the dialogue has started. It's been going on in a few communities. You know, some cities have had, you know, sessions with people, you know, to discuss racism. But now it's out in the forefront where we are talking about it. So yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, we can't deny it with the president that we have too. So like, come on, y'all. Like, it's time to stop acting like it's not happening. You know. So yeah, that's why I'm so optimistic about the future, because it's like everyone's just like, all right, it's here. It's like, it's almost like dealing with your demons. The world is dealing, if anything, the U.S. is dealing with their demons right now. And that's a good thing, because it's time for us to like really get over this hump and move on. So yeah.
So anyway, it's a good example. My daughter, in my opinion, is a good example. You know, I hope so. The heart of an activist. And the things that she is doing is already activism. She has a song called Focus. And she's getting ready this year to release a video about focus. So what better, you know, to do on her purpose, being on purpose, is doing something, you know, like that. Even with your talent, if you can find an outlet that will bring about unification, bring about revolution, bring about success in your family, you know, then that's another way of dealing with it. You know, and it's a beautiful thing. So, because other people are doing it. I've seen someone that released a video about, you know, the writing, and it was so beautiful. So.
And I appreciate the artists that are like staying on, you know, reflecting the times with their art. I haven't been able to put my mind to it, and I haven't even been able to watch that content, because you know, when you see the thumbnail, you can see them reacting. You'll see a certain rapper reacting the incident, and that's just traumatic for me. But I really do appreciate you guys bringing awareness to what's going on, because especially when a lot of people that don't pay attention to the news, they find out through the music. If they all they know is entertainment. So
if you're being prompted to do something, even for yourself, even if it's going back to school, you know, people not going to school because you can get the same kind of education in other ways, which is, I agree.
100%.
But to each his own, you know what I'm saying?
Because if I could have done it differently, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right. Sometimes, you know, I have a master's degree, and now I'm studying the same material in another way. I'm reviewing this material in another way, in a format that I paid for. But he cuts to the chase of it. So you could do it. I said, well, I could have taken this route and learned from him, but I wouldn't have known, that it was the same material. And so, but you don't even have to have a high school diploma to go through his material.
Yeah.
And so it's other ways of doing it. But if your heart is prompting you for your education, which I still do believe in, not saying that everybody has to go into the higher degrees and higher, but if you're smart or whatever, you can go higher and higher and become a doctor, or if you're close to, getting your bachelor's, you feel like you're prompted to go and get a master's degree, so be it.
Yeah.
Just put your time into whatever. It's positive.
Yeah, I'm surprised how far I'm taking it with the education. I think with me, I just realized that I put myself in so much debt that I might as well go ahead and ride the horse. So I might, I wouldn't be surprised if I end up with a doctorate.
Oh my, that would be something.
Because I'm about to finish my master's and I'm going right back to school for a certain certification. But that would put me in a route to be to seek my doctorates as well if I wanted to. But I was just thinking, if your heart is going toward education, do that too, for sure.
So anyway, I suppose, is that the end of what we have to say? You want to say anything about COVID-19 or anything? Stay safe, y'all, of course.
Yeah, just stay safe and just keep your the best thing you can do is make sure you keep your immunity system in check. Just boost your immune system and just be smart with your moves. Just do what you've been doing as far as keeping up with hygiene and stuff, and then just boost your immunity system, and then just cutting certain things out of your diet, which I'm working on. So like no dairy is like my that's my journey right now, and it's been a roller coaster. If any of y'all know me personally, I've been on a roller coaster with quitting dairy, getting back on it, quitting dairy, getting back on it, quitting. But again, each time I forgive myself and get right back on that train.
And you can take baby steps. Take baby steps. Cut out something that might not bother you so much as cutting out, and especially go get away from processed foods though. Yeah, and fasting is probably the easy, that's why they call it fast, because that's the easiest way to get rid of an addiction. Intermittent fasting also works. Yeah, fasting period, a fast is the fastest way to get rid of any addiction. So yeah, there we have it. I'm gonna end it off that note because this video is like 25 minutes. Be easy on yourself though. Be easy on yourself. Love y'all. Love you. Peace.